In a quiet village, there were two beautiful sisters named Adanna and Amara. They were identical twins, so similar that even their mother sometimes couldn't tell them apart. But while they looked alike, their hearts were very different. Adanna was the kindest person you'd ever meet. She was always ready to help anyone and had a smile that could brighten any room. Everyone in the village loved her. She had many admirers, but her heart belonged to one man, Chike. Chike was a strong and hardworking farmer. Everyone admired him for his dedication to his family and his loyalty to Adanna. They had been sweethearts since they were young. When they got married, the whole village celebrated their love with dancing and singing. But not everyone was happy. Amara, Adanna's twin, watched the wedding with envy. She was more ambitious and always wanted more than the simple village life. She wanted excitement and luxury. She felt jealous of the love and attention Adanna received. As she watched her sister marry Chike, jealousy took root in her heart. As time passed, Amara's envy grew. She saw Adanna and Chike building a happy life together, while she struggled to find her own happiness. Her relationships never lasted, and she often compared her life to her sister's, feeling bitter. One day, Amara decided to change everything. She planned to take Chike from Adanna. She started visiting them more often, offering to help with chores and bringing gifts. She hid her true intentions behind a mask of sisterly love, but her jealousy burned inside. Amara began to find small cracks in Adanna and Chike's relationship. She would subtly criticize Adanna and praise Chike, making him question his wife's love and devotion. She would say things like, "Chike, you deserve someone who truly appreciates you." Chike, though deeply in love with Adanna, began to doubt. He started noticing every small imperfection in her, and the seed of doubt that Amara planted grew. One evening, when Adanna was away visiting their sick mother, Amara saw her chance. She invited Chike over for dinner, saying she needed to discuss something important. As they sat together, Amara confessed her love for him, saying that Adanna didn't appreciate him like she did. Chike was confused and conflicted. He loved Adanna, but Amara's words planted more doubt in his heart. Over the following weeks, Amara continued her pursuit, finding ways to be alone with Chike and making him question his marriage. Amara's schemes became bolder. She created situations where she and Chike would be alone. She sent Adanna on errands or made up emergencies that needed Adanna's attention. With each passing day, Amara's hold on Chike grew stronger. One night, as they sat under the stars, Amara leaned in close to Chike. "Chike, I've loved you for as long as I can remember," she whispered. "You deserve better. You deserve me." Chike, torn between his love for Adanna and his growing feelings for Amara, couldn't resist. They shared a passionate kiss, a moment that would haunt him. Their affair continued in secret, with Amara making sure Adanna remained unaware. But secrets are hard to keep in a village. Whispers began to spread, and soon Adanna heard the truth. Adanna had heard the whispers about Amara and Chike's affair, but she dismissed them as mere rumors. She chose to trust her sister and her husband, believing that their bond was unbreakable. But one fateful night, Adanna returned home earlier than expected. As she entered her house, she heard soft voices coming from her bedroom. Curious and a bit worried, she walked in quietly. To her horror, she found Amara in Chike's arms, sharing an intimate moment together on her matrimonial bed. The sight was like a dagger to her heart. "Chike! Amara! What is this?" Adanna's voice trembled with shock and betrayal. "How could you do this to me?" Chike pulled away from Amara, his face filled with shame. "Adanna, I'm so sorry. I never meant for this to happen. Please, let me explain." But Amara, defiant as ever, scoffed. "Why should he apologize, Adanna? He deserves someone who truly appreciates him. Someone like me." Adanna's eyes filled with tears. "I trusted both of you. How could you betray me like this in our home, on our bed?" The noise of their argument drew the attention of the villagers nearby. They gathered outside, listening to the heated exchange. The betrayal was too much for Adanna to bear, and she ran out of the house, sobbing. The village gathered, drawn by the commotion, their hearts heavy with the scandal that had unfolded in their midst. Adanna stood before the crowd, tears streaming down her face as she demanded answers. Chike, filled with shame and regret, confessed to the affair. Amara, however, stood defiant, refusing to apologize for what she had done. She claimed that she and Chike were meant to be, that Adanna had never truly appreciated him. The village was divided. Some sided with Adanna, condemning Amara for her betrayal. Others were swayed by Amara's conviction, believing that perhaps she and Chike were indeed destined for each other. The once close-knit community was torn apart by the scandal, and the bond between the sisters was shattered beyond repair. In the weeks that followed, the village buzzed with gossip. Every conversation seemed to revolve around the scandal. The elders were particularly harsh, disapproving of Amara's actions. They believed in the sanctity of marriage and saw Amara's betrayal as a disgrace. Adanna, though devastated, found comfort in her friends and neighbors. She worked in the fields, losing herself in the rhythm of planting and harvesting. At night, she sat by the fire, replaying the events that led to her heartbreak. She struggled to understand her sister's betrayal. Amara, on the other hand, enjoyed her new relationship with Chike. She believed she had won, but her victory felt empty. Many villagers shunned her, showing their disdain through cold stares and whispers. Even those who had initially supported her began to distance themselves, realizing the true extent of her betrayal. Chike was stuck in the middle, torn between two sisters. He still loved Adanna, but his feelings for Amara were real. He felt like he was always in turmoil and couldn't find peace. The guilt weighed on him, and he often doubted his choices. One day, while working in the fields, an elder approached him. The old man's face was lined with wisdom and experience, his eyes sharp. "Chike," he said calmly, "you've brought shame to yourself and your family. Thus, you need to make things right and restore balance." Chike nodded, feeling heavy with regret. He knew he had to fix things, but he didn't know how. That night, he decided to leave the village, hoping distance would bring clarity and peace. The next morning, Chike packed his things and set out on a journey. He didn't know where he was going or how long he'd be gone, but he knew he needed redemption. As he walked away, he looked back one last time, his heart aching with regret. Amara was furious when she found out Chike had left. She felt betrayed, her plans falling apart. In a rage, she stormed through the village, demanding answers. But the villagers had little sympathy. They saw her as the cause of her own misery and had no patience for her anger. Adanna, though sad about Chike's departure, found some closure. She knew healing would be hard and slow, but she was determined to move forward. With the help of friends and family, she began to rebuild her life, finding strength in her resilience. As years passed, the story of Adanna, Amara, and Chike became a cautionary tale, shared through generations. It reminded everyone of the dangers of envy and the importance of trust and loyalty. The village slowly healed, learning from the painful lessons of betrayal and forgiveness. Adanna eventually found happiness again. She remarried a kind and gentle man who loved her for who she was. They built a family together, their love showing the power of resilience. Amara, however, stayed alone, her heart filled with bitterness and regret. She had won the battle but lost everything that truly mattered. In the end, the story of the two sisters and the man they loved became part of the village's lore. It was a tale of love, betrayal, heartbreak, and healing, showing the complexities of human relationships. The lessons from Adanna, Amara, and Chike remained in the hearts and minds of the villagers, a reminder of love, loyalty, and forgiveness. Years later, a festival was held to celebrate the village's history and traditions. The elders decided to recount the story of Adanna, Amara, and Chike around a large bonfire. The village gathered, faces glowing in the firelight. The elder began the tale, his voice rich with history. Children listened wide-eyed, picturing the events. The adults, who had lived through the scandal, listened with nostalgia and reflection. They remembered the pain and division, but also the strength and resilience that followed. As the elder finished the story, he emphasized forgiveness and the importance of family and community bonds. "We must learn from past mistakes," he said, "and strive to be better, love more deeply, and forgive more readily." The crowd erupted in applause. Adanna, now an elderly woman with silver hair, sat among the villagers, her eyes shining with pride. She had endured much but found peace and happiness. Her journey made her stronger and more compassionate. Amara, on the other hand, had become a recluse, shunned and forgotten. She never found happiness, living alone with regret and loneliness. Chike, after many years, returned to the village a changed man, having learned the value of love and loyalty. He sought out Adanna, hoping to make amends. Their reunion was bittersweet, a mix of old wounds and new beginnings. They found solace in forgiveness and shared memories. The village had changed, too. It grew and evolved, but the lessons from Adanna, Amara, and Chike remained a guiding force. The story was passed down, reminding everyone of love, envy, and forgiveness. And so the story lived on, showing the resilience of the human spirit and the strength of community. The story of Adanna, Amara, and Chike was more than just a tale of love and betrayal. It reflected the human experience, reminding everyone that even in great pain, there is always hope for healing and redemption.